Hey everyone, welcome to the magical menagerie that is my backyard butterfly garden. You guys, my Palamedes swallowtail is back. I saw it yesterday too, but when I came out, it had disappeared. There's so many different butterflies right here right now. There's a spice bush over there. And then my Palamedes, who's like perfectly positioned to be off camera. There's a golf fritillary. Oh, look over there. That pot needs watered. Of course, that's what I notice. Look how gorgeous. See, you can tell. Look at my pots. And they'll come back. They look awful, I know. But I was sick yesterday and it was so hot. We didn't get any rain. I didn't get to come out and water. So I'm probably going to go do some watering right now after we're done enjoying this magnificent creature. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. I also have two, it's hard to see them, monarch butterflies that just declosed, drying their wings. I don't want to put the camera inside and disturb them, but I think you can see them. You guys, I'm out watering, standing here, looking around, watching butterflies, and I look over this way, and do you see the big pink bloom? It's blooming. Let's go check it out. This is, oh my gosh, glorious splendor. That's what it is. This is my swamp rose mallow. Look at how beautiful. Oh, of course, thank you, air conditioner, for kicking on right now. Look how beautiful that flower is. It's huge. Here's a zinnia, right, to compare. And then here's that. Oh my gosh. Here's up close inside. And when I came over, there was a big bee on it that came flying out. Oh my gosh. And look at the other blooms that are coming. This is spectacular. Okay, this is a wetland plant. This is one of the mallows, and I have it back here in a wetland pot, which is basically a pot that does not have a drain. It just sits and holds water, creates a swampy situation. My mosquitos right here, it bloomed earlier and it's going to seed. I need to collect some of those seeds. Oh, maybe those will be my first seeds I send out to my Florida flora friends. Look at them all in there. If you want access to seeds like that from Florida native plants in my garden, join our Florida flora friends. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. All right, I'm going to get back to watering. I need to get out of the sun and behave myself because I want to get better, not worse. Look at the pollen that's stacked on the petal. That's how much pollen there is. Oh my goodness, it's fabulous. And the leaf color, this is the one, like I've got my trimmers in my hand. I have my hose. This is the one that has these velvety, soft leaves. It's just spectacular. And when this one goes to seeds, if I can collect seeds, I'll send those out too. I'm back inside in the cool, in the fans. I'm getting ready to freshen things up. I just want to show you a couple things. I just let the frass collect down there because when I take the little shot glasses out, I just dump it out and I dump it into my compost because think about it, all these caterpillars munching, the frass is going to drop down and fertilize the plant they're on, which is an important piece of the whole nature ecosystem. Everybody works together for survival kind of cause. So save your frass, guys, save your frass. But When I was out in the garden yesterday, I found a little Palamedes swallowtail just crawling in the walkway, and we can't have that. It was lost, so I brought it in, and to be fair, I brought in another pipevine caterpillar too, so now I have 3 of each. All right, but the one I brought in would not eat this plant. Like every time I came by, I was wandering around and around and around. I'm like, what are you doing? I kept putting it back on the plant. No, it's wandering around. It was on the milkweed. And I was like, oh my gosh. Out in my garden, I have still a couple of that other pipevine, which I don't even remember what we thought it was, but it's not the native. So I have one here in a pot, and I brought the little booger over and put it on this plant and started eating right away. So they are plant specific, meaning they could host on either one, but whatever one they start with, they don't want to change, and they won't. I think it would literally have starved to death. Fortunately, now I can tell the difference between this plant and the tomentosa. So anyway, this is like out in my garden room in the open. I'm gonna take cuttings and make a little shot glass for this guy. Oh my gosh, absolutely adorable. So this one's gonna go in this enclosure, and then the other one's over there. Okay, I just moved my little spice bush babies onto these new stem cuttings. And then here's a little guy. Must be starving because hasn't eaten in a day. Oh my goodness. Poor little thing. Said, that's not my plant. And I wanted to show you, I have this little cluster of milkweed here. And there's actually blue milkweed and Asclepias incarnata swamp milkweed in here, because monarchs will eat whatever you give them as long as it's milkweed. I've started, instead of wrapping the stems in the paper towel, I put the stems all in one corner, and I shoved the paper towels in to mush them into the corner. That way I can see them, and I can also see how you can kind of see the water level. I can make sure that all the stems are down in the water. You can see this one right here is close to not being in the water. So I'm going to add some more water. It's really easy to just stick the nozzle in right here where the stems are. And oh, look, there's somebody right there. I'll let you look at him while I continue talking. And it makes it easy to pull out a stem and put in a fresh stem in the corner without having to pull out everything. So just thought I would share that with you. Get Mr. Adorable. So then in this enclosure that I'm about to clean out, look how cute he is. I feel like I misspoke because I said I think the Polydamas are cuter, but no. These guys are equally as cute, especially with their little floppy antenna. They're both adorable. I take that back. Shame on me. Yes, you're adorable. You're absolutely adorable. This is a pipevine swallowtail caterpillar, and on this is the tomentosa, the Florida native. There's a Polydamas swallowtail caterpillar. And these guys all came in at the same time and were the same size. It's fascinating to me how some of them grow like monsters and others are a little slower. And I will shake the frass off that leaf. And then here is another bigger pipevine swallowtail caterpillar. Now here's the thing. I brought in, where's the other guy? Hang on. I found him. Remember when I said I brought in another pipevine caterpillar too to keep it equal? There he is right there. I thought he was missing. It's like, no. Okay, so I'm going to get them some more cuttings of pipevine. Oh, and just to let you know, Joyful Butterfly have run out of pipe vine. Yeah, I'm buying tons of pipe vine, and I'm not like exclusively burning through it to feed these guys. There were a lot of caterpillars out there, and I only brought 3 of each in because I need my pipe vine to grow. And I'm planting all this pipe vine I'm ordering all over my garden in the hopes that I get it everywhere. So I just wanted you to know that. But they have it in stock again if you were interested in getting some. It came back in stock quick because Tyler and I, man, we bought up the last few plants. And it was literally like 2 days later and they had them in stock again. So yay, Joyful Butterfly. This milkweed was here for 1 caterpillar. He's my test monarch, and he's still in there. See him? And he's my first one I'm testing to see how they'll pupate in here. So we're going to see what he does. He's left his plant. Just in case he still wants it, I'll take like all these droopy leaves out and freshen it up a bit and put it back in there right by him. So if he wants to climb back on, eat more, he will have that option. So that's the update I wanted to share with you. One more thing, I bought 2 more of these because I love them so much. And I'm trying longer stems with the spice bush to see if I can completely raise them in here because I love them. Okay. Gosh, I almost left someone out. I found 1 egg. I have 1 baby. Look how adorable. Giant swallowtail caterpillar. I'm going to run out and get a better cutting. This was the little one his egg was on. And put that in here too. And he's going to go in there as well once we clean out the frass, aka caterpillar poop. And even cooler with these enclosures, when do you get an up-close look at the underbelly of a monarch caterpillar? Look at the little feet. Oh my gosh, I love it. Hello. And you know what else? Look at, there's a little caterpillar bottom. See all these little silk threads? It looks like scratches on the acrylic, but it's not. Those are the little silk they put down everywhere they go to help them hold on to the plant. In case like a strong wind came along and knocked them off, they would hang from this silk. When do you get to see that? That's fabulous. Now I'm over here in the fortress. Look, we're green. Like the cute, adorable green. I love this so much. They're so cute, and there's a lot of them. There's one in that one. There's one in that folded leaf. I think there's 2 there. Oh my gosh. Still, you guys, as much as I say I love these, they're still not completely tested. So here are some giant and Eastern Black Swallowtail chrysalides. So what I am concerned about is, can the butterflies climb up the side of the acrylic? I know they struggled to climb up that vinyl-y plastic piece that was in the lepidarium, if y'all remember that. So these guys will close and hang from the little cuttings that they're on, and I will be able to be here and supervise to make sure that they're all okay. But hopefully they'll stay on here and let their wings dry. But if they don't, I'll be able to move them before anything bad happens, like their wings dry deformed. If they're not able to climb up the side, they would be stuck at the bottom and their wings wouldn't be able to hang. So that is still a concern that I have, and hopefully when their wings are dry and they start to move around, I'll be able to observe and see if they are in fact able to climb up the side or not. And then I'll just have to figure out something for that, if that's the case. Look at this bad boy. Yeah. I save everyone. Yes, I do. Okay, you ready to fly? Yay! Oh, look, there's a gorgeous Polydamas. You're beautiful. You look like you just declothes. Where'd you go? I watched this really cool YouTube video, and it was this young couple in Central Florida. They were going out to some land somewhere where there was Papa reticulata growing, and they were collecting the seeds and replanting them in an effort to grow more in that area. Now, the reason they were doing it was because Papa produces a fruit and wildlife can consume the fruit and help sustain the local ecology. But the reason I love pawpaw is because it's the host plant to the zebra swallowtail butterfly. Later in their video, they said that they have an Etsy store where you can buy some pawpaw reticulata seeds. So, of course, I was all over that, and let's go unbox them. They call them netted pawpaw seeds, but I think the scientific name is reticulata. And it says 8. Yeah, they gave me, I bought 8, but look, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They give me extra. So you can see their YouTube channel there. There it is, YouTube, Year One Organics. Their video title was about the pawpaw. So if you want to go watch that video, it was fun just watching them foraging around, and they're looking for seeds. And they share some cool information too. So there you go. Look, here they are. Aren't they cute? Cute couple. Here's information. This is on the back of the card, so you can read what they're all about. If you want to check them out, follow them, check out their Etsy store. Sometimes I wish I could talk to them and say, what are you doing? Like, he's eating the stem. He just must like the stem better. He's got all these leaves up here. This is the one that I had to move on to its own plant because it wouldn't eat the other. And we're hanging upside down here, eating through the stem. Came out here to move my hose. Sorry for the noise, but look what's here on my roo. More eastern black swallowtail eggs. I think I saw one over here too. Yeah. Oh gosh. I'm glad I've got those 2 more enclosures coming today, because we're going to be filling them up. I went out and brought in all those hibiscus mosquito seeds. Well, pods with seeds in them that I'm just going to dump in this little Glad container. These are very easy to retrieve seeds, that's for sure. Remember, this is a wetland plant, so they will need to be planted with that in mind. So if you're a Florida flora friend, and you would like some hibiscus mosquito seeds, send me your email. You have to live in Florida, which is why we're Flora friends. And I'll mail them to you. You got to be a member. You guys, it's an Eastern Tiger Swallowtail. We haven't seen one of these in a while. It's a female. Maybe I'll find some eggs from this one on my wild black cherry trees. There's hardly anything left for this little one. I can't stand it. I have to do it. That's right. I've got enough pipe vine for one more. And look how cute we are. And this little monarch here, I swear it's the same one, is totally enamored with this buddleia every day. It's been out here. I took some photographs of it, and then the next day it was there. I was like, well, I've got those photos of you on that already. But every day it's like I see it there. Oh my gosh, don't you look? There's no place to lay eggs there, Miss Ma'am. There is no room. There's nothing. Don't lay eggs there. There's no food for them. Has been completely devoured, and it will grow back. It does, but I was just showing, like, there was pipe vine all here. It's gone. I need lots of pipe vine in my garden. I'm just going to keep buying more and buying more and planting it here and there, trying to plant it in places where I could kind of hide it a little bit so they don't find it. We'll see how that goes. Eventually, I'm going to have enough plants all over this garden of pipe vine. That's all I buy. Joyful Butterfly must think I'm crazy. They're like, here she goes again, buying. I buy like 8 or 9, whatever it takes to get up to the free shipping. And they just got it back in stock, and I'm seriously considering getting some more. I mean, they're my favorite butterflies and caterpillars, so they should be spoiled, right? Hey, look. So I haven't updated you on my outdoor enclosure recently, but it's pretty much empty because everybody ate everything down. I have nothing left to put in here that is worthy of putting caterpillars on. I actually want to move this one out, but it has some chrysalides on it, so I left it. And looky there, there's somebody. Let's see if we can get you to go. There you go. Remember how I had that monarch caterpillar in here, and he was going to be my test to see if it would pupate? So, hello, this is not going to help my research. So when that completely dries, I'll move it into the little stem holder here that's got my other chrysalides on it, and I'll have to wait till some other caterpillars grow up more. and see. Can almost still see through it. It's so new. You don't want to touch them when they're like this because you could easily dent or do something to it to harm it. And look at that little silk button where the Cream Master is the black little stem, and it has like a little hook. So the caterpillar makes the silk button on the stem with its mouth parts, and then it turns around and hooks its back feet into the silk button. And then the little back feet become the Cream Master that hang there. So what I'm doing right now is I've got some joyful butterfly plants from a recent order that have been acclimating in their little pots. And now I'm just potting them into bigger pots. The rue, I think I'll keep in here to take cuttings from to feed caterpillars. And I'm also up potting a bunch of pipe vine that I still have in the little pots. I'm putting the pipe vine in these little bit bigger pots because what I noticed, and I'll show you in a minute, I have a pipe vine in a bigger pot in here. It's just been sitting in here so it could regrow. And it's actually taken off. And it's very happy with the lighting in the garden room. It gets like really good late afternoon, evening sun. And look how gorgeous this is. Joyful butterfly. I'm totally going to go order more. Anyway, so I'm going to leave these in here to grow, and then I can take cuttings from them and they won't get eggs laid all over them out in the garden. See, this is the one right here. Now, I've already taken cuttings off the end of it for the guys in here, but this has been sitting here for a while, and it was just like that much. And it has grown into this in here, which tells me it's happy in the setting. So I'm just going to pot up some of them and keep them in here. And then, of course, more of them are going to go out in the garden too. So now I'm going to take one of these that I poked the holes in, and I'm going to scrape all this soil into it that's spilled over on my work table. And I'm going to plant some echinacea seeds. These guys I got on Amazon. These are the ones that are out in my garden. And just going to put a bunch of them in there. Get some more coming. And next, I'm going to take some of these zinnias and pot them up into bigger pots. You guys, it's a sad state out in the garden. I went out to get some pots for these guys, and I saw a little pipe vine leaf on the ground. So I scooped it up, and there was the little polydamas on it. And then I looked up, and the little pipe vine there was on a stem that was connected to no greenery at all. So I picked him up and brought him in. And then I went around the bend and saw this, who I'm about to go back out for. Or here, look at his plant. He's on. There's nothing left. So let me get them all in. So some of these monarchs are ready to go, and to make sure they don't escape in my garden room, because I worry they'll get injured. They're not like super amazing flyers yet because they're new. I'm gonna go bring my garden stool up here, and I'll just take this whole little enclosure out there and open it up, and then they can just, the ones that are ready can just fly out. That's the nice thing about this enclosure and the acrylic ones, is it's so small and sturdy. It's very easy to just carry outside. Okay, I put my little stool in a nice shady spot there, and then we can just look what's down here. Privet Senna, gonna have to pluck it up. You can just open this, and the ones that are ready to go. Oh. Hey guys, welcome to my garden. Oh my gosh, this is kind of neat. So I can just hang it back like that, and we can get to watch them. See what they're gonna do. I like this. You can do this with those little acrylic ones too, and little acrylic ones, the top opens. Only thing I don't know about with these, see when they close, like, because it's wood, I don't know how well it's gonna clean up. There's the other ones. Guys wanna fly? Well, they were all fluttering around in there a moment ago. Now they're like, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Yay! That was a male. How about you? This one looks like a female. I feel like singing Stevie Wonder, Isn't She Lovely? That's what song's going through my head right now. She is showing no signs of wanting, well, maybe. Are you gonna go? What do you think? You're beautiful. There we go. Roosting up there on the oak tree. Well, gosh, I love that. So that'll become a thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And we're not going to do an end of the video emoji question. I want where you are check-in, because I haven't done one of these in a while. So tell me where you are. Where in the world are you? And I can't wait to see where everybody's from. And I will be chatting with you in the comments. Please tap the like button, and thank you for watching. Thank you for watching till the end. Thank you for being a subscriber, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.